to participate remotely. COVID, we had to do it, and post-COVID, it's also the new reality. So, anyways, are we ready? Welcome, everyone. I'd like to call to order our regular city council meeting for Tuesday, November 1st, 2022. Could everyone please stand and join with the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, Sylvia.
Mayor Mays.
Here.
Council President Rosner.
Here.
Councilor Browse.
Here.
Councilor Young.
Here.
Councilor Scott.
Here.
Councilor Giles is absent. Councilor Henderson.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. Approval of our fairly brief agenda.
I make a motion to approve the agenda. Second.
Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor of approving the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Council. We have 3 items on our consent agenda this evening. Item A is approval of the October 18th, 2022 City Council meeting minutes. Item B is approval of the October 19th, 2020 City Council meeting minutes. Item C is Resolution 2022-081, authorizing the city manager to execute a construction contract for the 2022 water line replacement project, Norton Fire Flow Improvements.
Move consent. Second.
Discussion on the motion. All in favor of approving the consent as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Council. See, we're already on item 6. Citizen comments. Anyone like to address council on an item not on the agenda? No one remotely? No one here? We'll move on to presentations. So one of the fun things I thoroughly enjoy doing is recognizing some wonderful younger talent, young adults, and achievements that they do. We recognized great grades and athletic and artistic in the last couple months. And when scouts achieve high ranks, we like to recognize that as well. And so like to invite Caitlin to come forward. If you would sit at yep. And if you turn the mic button on so it goes green. Awesome. So Caitlin Bryce Cruiser. Awesome. You recently achieved the rank of Eagle Scout. So congratulations. So as part of achieving the rank of Eagle Scout, you have a tremendous amount of work through your Eagle career, but then you have this Eagle project. Would you share with us about your Eagle project?
Yes, my Eagle project, it took place at the Marjorie Stewart Center here in Sherwood. I built the benches next to the American flag outside the center. Previously to my benches, there were old rickety benches that weren't very comfortable and they weren't withstanding Oregon weather. We decided that it would be better to have Trex benches which would be able to withstand the weather more. So we changed out the benches and now they're more comfortable and they're going to withstand our winter this year. When I was deciding to pick out my project, one thing I knew for sure is I wanted to do it in Sherwood. I also wanted to do it with senior citizens because they have a special place in my heart, so this one jumped out to me. From start to finish, it took me a bit longer than I had liked, as I had some health issues along the way that I had to stop and take care of. But I want to thank a few people. I want to thank the City of Sherwood and the Marjorie Stewart Center for allowing me to do my project there. I also want to thank the scouts and adults of Troops 423 and 218, and I want to thank my family for all they did. I am proud to be the first female Eagle Scout from Troop 218 in Tigard, Oregon.
Woohoo! Awesome. So about how many hours total of all the people do you think it took to do it, and how many
project itself that day took around, with everybody's hours added up, around 12 hours that day. We were there from probably 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., I believe. And with how many people there were, it was about 12 hours.
And then there was the planning and strategizing and collecting of all the materials in
Yes,
advance.
that took a while. Probably closer to 50 hours, I would probably say, all my planning.
Awesome. Do you have anyone in your orbit here that you'd like to introduce?
I have, on my far left is my dad. In the middle is my sister. And then my mom, who just waved for my sister.
Awesome. And then just because I can ask, so what are their names other than their titles?
My dad's name is John, Michaela is my sister, and Melissa is my mom.
Awesome. Great job, family. Other questions for Caitlin?
A question. So you said you're with a Tigard troop? So do you also go to school in Tigard then?
No, I'm a senior at Sherwood High School.
Okay, because I was wondering why you wanted your project in Sherwood if you were
Yes,
in Tigard. Okay.
Unfortunately, at the time I was doing my project, Sherwood didn't have a Girls Scouts BSA troop.
Ah, okay. Oh, do they now? Do you know?
I don't know. They might
Okay.
be starting up one, but I'm not quite sure.
Oh, well, that's very exciting. Did you get your materials donated?
No, I purchased them myself.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
Awesome. Any other questions?
So you mentioned that seniors are near and dear to your heart. What's the story there?
They just, so I also work at a senior center, and I serve dinner every night to 20 to 30 seniors over in Beaverton. And their stories are the best. I have heard some crazy stories at dinner, and I really love them.
So do you see yourself going into that industry maybe as a future?
Maybe I would like to go to med school and become a doctor.
Good.
I'm working on prerequisites. I'm also a dual credit student at PCC, so I'm working on prerequisites to go into med school.
Nice. Great. Nice job.
And you had some health things that slowed the project down for you. Are those health things behind you now?
Not completely, but we're working on them.
Okay, awesome. So what I'm going to get up around and give you is a certificate of achievement. Oh, I apologize, Doug.
It was more of a follow-up. I just, with your career aspirations that you mentioned of being a doctor, I was just going to say I would never bet against anyone who was able to achieve an Eagle Scout, from achieving their goals. So I will bet on you, and best of luck to you.
And as a community, we're certainly very proud of you. City Council, very proud of you. I'm sure not as proud as your family, but we're close.
Thank you.
So certificate of achievement I'll give you is presented to Caitlin Bryce Cruiser on behalf of the City of Sherwood and the Sherwood City Council. We congratulate you on your outstanding achievement of attaining the rank of Eagle Scout.
Hopefully more.
So mom or dad might want to take a photo.
Hopefully more young women will follow your footsteps and try to achieve the rank of Eagle Scouts. Good job.
I hope to pave that path for many young girls.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Only takes one.
Great job.
Next is City Manager Report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple of quick things tonight. I did want to let the community know that next Friday, November 11th at 11 a.m., the Sherwood Center for the Arts will celebrate Veterans Day. Activities will include guest speaker, musical performances by the Sherwood Mixolydians, and refreshments. So hope to see everyone there for that event. Also, I just want to give a shout out to Craig and his crews who took advantage of the nicer weather to put the lights up. And once the lights were up in the downtown, why not just go ahead and turn them on? So last night for trick or treating, we got them on, and we will have them on through the Valentine's Day. So just wanted to recognize that. It's really pretty coming downtown with those lights on. So looking forward to having that. With that, I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thanks, Keith. Questions for Keith or his team? All right, getting easy. Council announcements. Linda, you have any announcements?
No, thank you.
Awesome. Doug?
Not a whole lot. Parks Board will meet on Monday, so we'll be there for that. Monday right here, 7 o'clock. And the Sherwood West concept plan citizen feedback. I think the online version of that is still going on this week. So if you haven't had a chance to give your feedback yet on that, we would definitely welcome it. You can do that on our website.
Library Advisory Board met. We went over the scoring that for the library systems. We're still scoring very well there.
Awesome.
Continuing to work on the next strategic plan, and we did the SWOT analysis. The Senior Advisory Board met, and the same thing, SWOT analysis, because we've got that coming up. But the main thing there, the main focus is on the survey for whether or not we should be a senior-friendly city. And so there's a survey out there. We have until the end of June to complete that. That's a very important part of that. And then
I thought we already were going to do that.
there's a
This is
survey.
part of the
This is part of the process, yeah. Sorry, maybe I phrased it incorrectly. There's a survey out there to inform our decision of what it means to be a senior-friendly city.
Okay.
Thank you for
I was saying, because we all wanted to do this.
yeah. Thank you for the question. It makes me articulate myself a little bit better.
All right.
There's also the PURO program, which is a mental health program for adult seniors in our community. And there's a fundraiser on I think it's the 19th of November. It's the Senior Bazaar. And they're hoping to raise $30,000 for that program. So if you're looking for gifts for Christmas, or you need something to do, or you want to buy some crafts, stop by the bazaar on, let me make sure that the 19th is the right, on November 19th. I think it starts at 9 o'clock. And that is my report.
Okay, so again, the bazaar, it's stuff that the seniors make, and then they sell. Awesome. Kim?
Our last Police Advisory Board meeting, we finalized the questions for the survey that's going to go out eventually here soon, I think. So that'll probably be out on social media, on the website, just for the community to inform our Police Advisory Board of what their importance of our policing looks like in the city of Sherwood. So watch for that. And then Saturday, I attended a really great Planning Commission training that was open to planning commissioners and city councilors. The staff did a great job. I know I've been on council already for 6 years, but planning, there's just always something to learn. It's a huge thing, land use and planning. I was encouraged that most of the planning commissioners showed up, and our newest counselor, who will be coming in January 1st, showed up. So we were here from like 9 to 2:30 or 3 or something like that. So it was a great day. So I appreciate the staff putting that together.
Here. Thanks, Kim. Tim?
Just a couple things. Had a WRWC meeting, Willamette River Water Coalition, which is, I know all of you know this, but for those listening, that's a group of 4 entities, Tualatin, Tigard, and Tualatin Valley Water, that manage our water rights collectively. So Sherwood has a lot of water rights, 20 million gallons a day, and we want to protect those, and we manage those water rights on behalf of the 4 entities. Had a good conversations around water rights certification, more to come on that. Covered for Keith in the WCC meeting, Washington County Coordinating Committee. Got some presentations on ODOT tolling project, which is, at least from my perspective, not going well in terms of how ODOT is looking at that and how they're thinking about the impacts on communities around us. So there's a lot of conversations with ODOT going on around that. We also had a presentation from TriMet. They're going through their strategic planning process. That was a lively conversation as well. In addition, Councilor Young and Councilor Browse joined me and Bruce and some of the city staff joined me for a tour of the city with Senator Merkley's staff. And that turned out to be a great day. Senator Merkley and Senator Wyden have worked to get some money in the next omnibus funding bill for the city of Sherwood to help us with the Tonquin employment area. So part of it was a thank you, and we also wanted to spend some time with Senator staff, just making sure they understood Sherwood, what we have going on here, what kind of projects we have going on. So as they see opportunities for us to get funding and other resources from the federal government, they can help us line those up. So that was a great meeting. And then I just, on a personal level, I wanted to throw a big thank you out to the staff, the Ty and the police department, and Craig in the Public Works Department. We finished up our Pirates of Pinehurst event this year, and we actually got a special event permit through the city to do it this year and got all the proper insurance and fees and all that. But I really appreciate the work the PD did out there in keeping it safe, and Craig, the work your team did in putting up some of the signs and the no parking zones, and it was great. And we had a great event, and so I do appreciate that. Thank you. And that's all I got.
Just to clarify, you got the special event permit just like anyone else could.
I was very specific with the staff. Treat me like an average citizen.
Hey, Councilor Rosner, that Pirates of Pinehurst this year, was it benefiting anybody? Did you have a
I should mention
fundraiser
that.
portion?
We did. We turned it into a fundraiser this year, and we raised about $10,000 for the Sherwood Education Foundation as part of the event. So yes, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks. Once the bill passes in Washington D.C., either November or December, Sherwood will be awarded $3 million towards an industrial road. So we're very excited about that. It'll be the largest federal grant we've received in I don't know how long, which follows up on the $4 million state grant that we got to help build the pedestrian bridge. So exciting to get some of our state and federal dollars back in our community through that process. With the League of Oregon Cities, we're still working to hire our new executive directors. We did have a couple meetings about that this last week. I had a board meeting of the Washington County Cooperative Communications Center team, the executive committee, 911 group last week, as we continue to address final implementation of all the new radios that all public safety officials in the county use and beyond, as well as the new building that they'll hopefully be able to move into soon. Always interesting. And then this Friday, I'm cautiously excited. I'm having coffee with the new director of DLCD. DLCD. Department, yes. So they're the ones that passed all the great rules that have impacted us of late. So, in a small world, the new director, I know her. She used to work for Tualatin Valley Water District back in the day when I was involved with us going to the Willamette. So, it's a small state. So anyways, that's all I've got. And anything else for the good of the order?
One more thing I forgot about. We had a open house for the Sherwood West Relook project. I'm sorry?
Yeah. Well, Doug talked about it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
He was making notes on the things he wanted to say, and he was zoning out on.
Oh, I just want to make sure it was, I'm sorry.
Maybe I didn't address it enough, so go ahead.
No, I'm sure you covered it all.
The important thing is to go online, city website, and look at the different options and scenarios, and cast votes, please.
Speaking of voting, very important, next Tuesday, November 8th, get your ballots in. Ballot box behind here in the library parking lot have to be in before 8 p.m. that
No.
Tuesday night.
No, not anymore. The drop box, yes,
Dropbox.
but also you can just go in the post office and be
Correct. The drop box has to be
free
in at 8
mail,
p.m.
so you can put it in the mail for free as well.
Up to that day, right?
Yep.
Not the library boxes, Linda said.
Not the library box.
We fished him out of there, haven't we?
All right, so that we are going to adjourn to an executive